Rabotai, tomorrow is the Hilula of the Chida, Marana Chida. Marana Chida was niftar on the 11th of Adar Tav Kuf Samich Vav. That means he was niftar in the year 1806. It was the exact same day, according to tradition, that Rav Yaakov Abu Chatzera was born. That's what Baba Meir said, that V'shaka Hashemesh V'zarach Hashemesh. He was from the great people of Eretz Yisrael. His forefathers came from Morocco, and he was born in Eretz Yisrael. Now, it's known by Ziknei Yerushalayim that he was forced to go on a mission to collect money for Aniyei Eretz Yisrael. At that time, the Rashash, Rav Shalom Sharabi, with his two students, the Chida and Rav Chaim de la Rosa, the Mechaber Sefer Torat Chacham, saw that it's a tremendous time to bring the Geula. So they decided to leave all of Inyanei Olam Hazeh, and they went into isolation, Yitbodedut, with very difficult conditions in order to purify themselves. Afterwards, they fasted for 3 days straight with great yichudim. On the third day, they were frightened when they heard a voice that said, "My children, you are not allowed to push the time of Mashiach to come closer than what it's supposed to come. It didn't come yet the time of delivery." It's very interesting because the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh, who was part of this Chabura, probably shortly after, also tried to, or maybe it was before, I'm not sure, also tried to bring the Geula, the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh, and the famous story that he was niftar because of that. I mean, that's written in the diary of his Talmid, is that he tried to bring the Geula and through Leil HaSeder, and it didn't work. So it was a very special time in those days, and therefore this voice continued and said, "Since you're trying to bring the Geula earlier than what is supposed to be destined, therefore all of you are going to have to be Goleh. One of you is something's going to happen to you, and one of you is going to have to be exiled." They took a lottery, and the lottery fell out on the Chida, and he's going to have a punishment of exile. At that time, the Jews of Hebron were in a very difficult straits, and they were looking for a shaliach that is going to go to Europe for them. They heard about the Chida's good name. The lottery fell on the Chida anyway, so he knew he was destined for that. And on Shvat, in the year 1753, Chida went out on a boat towards Egypt. That he went for 12 months. From Egypt he went to Italy, to Holland, to Hague, to England, in London, to France. And he has a diary on every single one of these trips on what happened and the stories that happened to him. He also met a lot of great Gidolei Torah. One of the great Gidolim that he met at the time was Rav Yehuda Ayash in Algeria. Rav Yehuda Ayash, that was the great Mate Yehuda, Bet Yehuda. He met him actually, he met him in Livorno, because even though he was from Algeria, he was in Livorno, Leghorn at the time. We also met Rav Yaakov Yehoshua Polak in Ashkenaz. It was the Pnei Yehoshua. And wherever he was accepted in great haracha gdola, and he was able to be a big light for Klal Yisrael. He wrote in the hundreds of Sfarim that a lot of them are used by Klal Yisrael on a daily basis, and his light shines forth as one of the greatest Chachamim in Sephardic Jewry.